Hello, thank you so much for coming back. This is Joanna, also known as Joanna the Medium. I am going to have this intro be very short because they're pretty boring when they're too long. So first and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for making 2016 one of the best years for me as far as my spiritual work goes. If it wasn't for you, the YouTube channel, I wouldn't be where I am today. And it is, like I said, one of the most incredible years for me as far as my spiritual work. So thank you, each and every one of you. These are going to be readings, of course, general readings. If you would like a personal reading, that information is right down below. Thank you, each and every one of you who have purchased readings from me in 2016. I hope that you like them, and I look forward to speaking to you again in 2017. For those of you who wish to purchase a reading, thank you for considering me, because there are many, many wonderful readers or mediums out there. Many changes in 2017. It is a year of new beginnings, and from what I remember of the 12 signs, they're quite substantial for most, if not all of the signs, but they're good changes. These are changes that are going to be very good for most of you, if not all of you. Of course, if you would like to listen to your moon sign or rising sign because your sun sign does not resonate, I hear from you that it happens a lot and it's actually very helpful. Also, my readings tend to not make much sense at the beginning of each month, but they make a lot of sense towards the end of the month, and I have been hearing that from you for quite some time, so also consider that. And very quickly, I am doing 2017 6-month projection videos. They will be posted in the next 2 weeks. I will do a video on the links, or with the links to that. They will be available for purchase for a very small fee. So that's coming up very shortly. And I also have my own radio show starting in March. So if you would like me to discuss certain topics or interview certain individuals, by all means, send me an email, or I will probably be doing sometimes free readings live. That will be information will also be posted. Bottom line is, if you would like to see something or hear something, by all means send me that information and I will take it all into consideration, because I will be starting from scratch. Anyway, I think that's all I want to leave with you. It's already past 2 minutes. So I look forward to seeing you in February. Thank you so much again for watching. And if you wish to speak with me personally, that information is down below. And without further ado, here are your readings for January 2017. Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Taurus for January 2017. Moon, Sun, and Rising. I do have 3 cards face down. I will start off with message first from Spirit. And let's see what we have. Patience, patience, and more patience. I know, before you say a word, I know, because I started to laugh inside the moment I saw the words. However, the word patience is being underlined, and particularly in the first 2 weeks of January. This seems to be connected to a work situation that you will be going through, or a work situation that will transpire first 2 weeks of January, and I'm seeing the number 15, so it could be around the 15th or up to the 15th of January. And the situation, work related, has to do with a project that is either needing to be finished by a certain time, or the finishing timeline is over. In other words, what I'm being shown is there seems to be a project that is running late as far as its conclusion. So let's say something was supposed to be done at the beginning of January, and it's now past the 1st of January and it's still not done. And for whatever reason, the first 2 weeks, till the 15th, are very important because it is somehow connecting to money and finances. I hear the word budgets. For some of you, there have been or there will be budget cuts, and therefore your contract, interestingly enough, is going to be either cut short, or if you are on a contract basis, something is going to happen regarding budgets where it's going to give you a bit of a headache, proverbially speaking. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this does not mean that this particular project, whatever it is going to come to a halt. What it does mean, however, is that there is going to be a stall. So if you are working on something and it was supposed to be finished by the end of December, or you are starting a project or hoping to start a project at the beginning of New Year, what's being said is that there's going to be a slight delay, either a slight delay with starting something or slight delay with finishing something. And it is directly tied into money within your occupation, whatever that means. I am seeing the number 21. So for some of you, 21st perhaps of January is significant, or somehow the number 21 is coming to mind, but I do hear 21st. So maybe you were born on the 21st of March or April. This would be April, or something about 21st, or maybe this is connected 21st to the project. I'm also hearing the word March. I'm hearing that by March, you will have a lot less of a headache when it comes to your work situation. And again, this seems to be connected to some kind of budget cuts. So if you are working with a company or in a company, there seems to be challenges surrounding money. If you are working for yourself, there seems to be challenges around getting maybe enough money to start something. It could also mean that if you are working for yourself, money will not be coming as quickly for the first little while in January, but they're saying later on it is going to straighten itself out. This seems to be a situational thing connected to a situation. I don't see this as a long-term effect, because I see it as like a blip on the map. It's like a electrocardiogram, and there's a blip, and that blip signifies that there's something going on there, financially speaking. Again, they're saying patience. If you are experiencing this, or if you will be experiencing this, have patience and try not to go wild, he says, as far as trying to fix things or figure things out. This is a momentary stall, a momentary delay to something that is going to continue on going forward a little bit later on towards the end of the month. Again, he showed me the number 21 for some reason. Now, so this is work. For some of you, I want to talk about romance. Some of you have started a relationship either at the end of December or beginning of January. Now, this particular relationship, although it has a lot of promises, there seems to be a bit of a snag. Now, that's an interesting way of putting it, because a snag to me signifies there seems to be something slightly off about this particular person. So if you're a male, female, makes no difference. Whoever you have met or whoever you started relationship in the last 6 weeks. So this would be towards beginning of December, but I want to say within the last 6 weeks. You might have also started at the end of December. You met somebody at a Christmas party or something. But in the last 6 weeks, and I am recording this actually 19th of December. So this can go back as far as actually November. Beginning or middle of November, beginning of November. So if you started a relationship with somebody, romantic nature, seems to be something not quite going right. And what I mean by this is, what I see is, whoever you are, you're not quite sure if the person you are with is telling you everything. Now, I'm not saying they're lying. That's not what's being said here. But it does seem to show that you are questioning someone's motives. These motives, interestingly enough, they're being shown to me could be financial. Or you are questioning within yourself something about finances with this particular person. I am seeing whoever this person is, they're looking through their wallet and there seems to be no money. Perhaps you are looking at this from a distance and going, why does this person have no money? They're working, they're doing okay financially. Why do they seem to have no money? And it seems to spur questions, as if, okay, is the person telling me everything? What is this person not telling me? Something is not clicking for you, okay? What I hear is this: keep your eyes open, but don't close your heart. So, if you are in a brand new relationship and you are starting to question something is not looking quite right for you, in whatever department, specifically financially, it is a good time to ask, number one, yourself the question, am I being overreactive, or is this a valid piece of information that I feel I need to address? Because what I'm being shown cards on the table. That's the proverbial saying, all cards on the table. And particularly if you are starting a new relationship, it is important to have all cards on the table. Now, sometimes having all cards on the table at the very beginning is not necessarily the best thing to do. I mean, you don't want to put everything out on the first date. You kind of want to see where things go. But for whatever reason, if you've been together with somebody for at least 6 weeks and you're kind of starting to question something, it's important to have all the cards on the table. Put it all out there just so you know exactly where you are, and also have the person to give you the opportunity to explain what it is that you're seeing or not seeing. Very important. Because I'm being shown, whoever you are, you're questioning, but I hear the word motives. You're questioning their motives, okay? And seems to be financially oriented. Just want to see if there's anything else here. I also hear the words, watch your purse. To me, it signifies that maybe somebody is constantly asking you for money. Maybe somebody is with you because of money. For whatever reason, I am feeling that I need to hold on to my purse or my wallet because I'm feeling something is off. So this is a very specific message. It's not going to resonate with all of you. I hope not. It would be very strange if it did. So let's move on to the cards and see what I get, this whole message is interesting because I was going to do a different sign and at the very last minute I switched, or I felt I needed to switch. So hopefully the cards will corroborate the message. If not, let's see what we've got. So the first card is pertaining to your past. What are you leaving behind? What is contributing to your situation right now? We have the card called Sacrifice. So in a traditional tarot deck, this is the hangman, okay? In its reversal, they're saying to me, I actually got the word you didn't trust what you were getting into. This seems to pertain to the situation I was talking about, either with work or with your relationship. You made a choice with regards to something, but you were not fully convinced, so to speak, that this was either going to work or this is what you wanted to do. It's almost like a choice was made and you went against your better judgment. Now, this may not be what the card traditionally offers as far as Hangman, but you guys know that's not how I read cards. I read them based on what I'm being told. So if you got yourself in a situation where you made a decision to jump into something with both feet against your better judgment, it seems to point in that direction that it's almost like I should have known better. I should have known better. But because it's in the past, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Let's go to the next card, which is your current situation. Conflict and despair. This is with regards to your thinking. This is the air element. This is the swords element in traditional tarot deck or card, traditional tarot. 5 to me represent number of changes. There is definitely some kind of spiral downward with regards to your thinking. And the thinking has to do with disappointment. Perhaps the disappointment has to do with the relationship you are in that was mentioned earlier, and things are not working the way you thought they would work. However, you should have known better, is what I hear, or a work situation or something different. I feel a lot of this has to do with a relationship, romantic more so than anything else, but it could also pertain to other types of relationships. What I hear is the words worry, worry, and more worry. And the worry is about what if this doesn't work? What if it fails? What if I don't get it? What if I am not able to get, whatever this, the what if is making you spiral down. It is important for you to know and understand that wherever you are right now, there is a way out of this. But for whatever reason, I feel that you're not able to see it. And hence, if you look at this card, it looks like this person is full of desperation and he's just walking down the stairs. He is holding himself up here, signifying he has no strength. I also feel like I want to get sick. You might actually feel sick because of some situation. So something is definitely making you very, very worried. Now, I just noticed here, this is the first time I've noticed this, and I've worked with these cards for a couple of years now. I see the candle here, it just seems to be very magnified to me today. And remember when I said there is a way out of this? This candle to me signifies a ray of hope. However, when I look at this person, it feels to me like the person is not able to see the candle. That is how I interpret this. So there is a way out of this, but for whatever reason, it seems to feel hopeless to you. Now, I want to move on to, and again, this seems to be a relationship situation. I want to stay a little bit with this for a little bit longer. For some of you, you may have felt betrayed. This is what I'm hearing. And this could pertain to a situation at work, a romantic relationship, or another type of relationship. But I do hear they felt betrayed. And it hits me very much in my abdominal area, which is where my confidence is, how I feel about myself. Betrayal often, depending on the situation, but hits in a solar plexus, for me anyway, from what I've seen. And actually, interestingly enough, the yellow here, he just reminded me, is the color of solar plexus. It does go a little bit too orangey, which is the second chakra, but I'm sticking here with the solar plexus. So maybe that's why I felt like I want to get sick, because whatever happened, if you felt betrayed, it might have gone as far as you feeling like it was making you sick, physically ill. Now, the next card, I'm supposed to say everything is going to be okay. You will work through this. You will walk away from this, from the betrayal. You will work yourself through this passage. And they're showing me this very much like a tunnel, where it's very narrow and it's dark, and I feel like I'm stuck. Okay? What I will say this, if you're experiencing this because of a betrayal of some sort, and it could be connected to the previous message, or it could be something very different, please know you will work through this and you will get past this. It's really, really important. Whatever the situation was, it will change you, but it will change you for the better. And I'm starting to get a buzzing in my ear, almost as if to say, this piece of information is really, really important for you to know, that this will change you in profound ways, but in positive ways. Now, the next card is advice. That's what I'm being asked to say. Beautiful. Okay. So after you go through this change and after you move past the initial shock of the betrayal, we have the card positive or prosperity begins. This is, as you can see, two hands on top of each other, nurturing growth. This is growth. So this card pertains to Pentacles, relationships, health. But I do want to say, again, this is more connected to relationships. I'm also hearing that as a result of this, your relationships will grow closer. Now, you might hear this and go, huh? How can that be? But remember what they said. Not only will you get through this, it will change you for the better. And as a result, your relationships will grow closer. So whether it's going to be a relationship with the person who betrayed you or other relationships, I don't know. It could be various circumstances. It could be both. It could be one of each, or, different people, different scenarios. This can also signify a relationship in a work arena, and it can also signify challenges around money. For some of you, I feel that you were betrayed around money. And the beginning of the message did talk about some stalled budget cuts. That's obviously not a betrayal, but if you are in business and you had a situation where circumstances happened around money and it was it shows itself as a betrayal. If someone has stole money from you or lied to you or something about finances, it says that this will allow you to develop stronger relationships going forward. And there is prosperity going forward. So you do have new beginnings, but they are as a result of a heartbreak and a heartache. Now, heartbreak doesn't have to be just in a romantic relationship. Heartbreak can be when, a friend or coworker or a colleague or best friend betrays you. It doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. What I do here is allow yourself to breathe through this process. This is, he's reminding me actually that 2017 is a year one. This is one, it's new beginnings. 2016 was a year 9, which is a year of endings. So if you are starting off with a bit of a disappointment, and I am recording this at the end of December, so as far as the reading is started, or as far as the timing, January hasn't started yet, so the brand new year hasn't started yet. So the energies I'm still working with are in December. So what he was saying to me is that 2017 is a brand new year. It is a year one. Therefore, it is a year that's marked with new beginnings. If you are going through a heartbreak, if you are going through a betrayal, if you are going through anything like that, or you have in December, know that it came to light because you needed to know and you needed to understand the situation before proceeding further. Very, very important. Some of this could be pertaining to the relationship that you have, the new relationship that you were kind of starting to question. So all sorts of different scenarios can come forward, can be affected by this, but the theme seems to be a bit of a betrayal. I want to get back to this card. This is the Hangman, and what I heard is that you started something against your better judgment. So part of you knew, part of you understood, part of you felt it. You had that gut feeling, you had the intuition, whatever that voice was, that silent voice was, you had almost a bit of a warning. Okay, what I will say is that you had to go through the experience in order to gain some valuable information, not only about the person, but also about yourself. By no means is this a punishment, but it is an experience from which you will draw wisdom, and you will use this going forward in a positive way. Okay. So I think that's all I've got. This is, of course, a general reading. If it makes no sense to you, look up all the other signs, your sun sign or your rising sign and your moon sign or sun sign, because they do offer more of a complete picture. And if it doesn't make sense to you at all, then it's not a reading for you. I always ask Spirit to give messages precisely with the words and information that are supposed to connect to specific individuals. And from what I hear and what I see through comments, it does connect with you very, very clearly. So if it doesn't apply to you, consider yourself lucky, because you're obviously not going through this. And, maybe next month you'll have something that will connect with you. And do remember, a lot of these readings actually make no sense at the beginning of the month. I see and hear a lot of messages saying that when you listen to this towards the end of the month, it makes perfect sense. So I hope this makes sense. If it does, and if you would like to comment, I read all of them and I love them. Thank you so much. As always, thank you for watching, listening, for liking, and for sharing. Without you, I wouldn't do this. And thank you, all of you, for not only subscribing, but also for all the wonderful bookings that keep me busy. Have a wonderful month, and I look forward to seeing you in February. Take care.